my thing? Where's
Oh,
my...
Jesus.
No.
I'm having a coffee.
Okay, hang on.
Ooh, that's hot. Too hot.
Too hot. All right. Am I recording? Yes, I hit record. All right. Hello,
All right.
everyone. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. I'm Shane,
And I'm Kyle.
and we're kind of late for band practice. Hey, we're actually late for Christmas.
We are late for Christmas. For Crimbless?
Christmas?
Actually, everyone's late for Christmas if you celebrate on the 25th, because that's not the actual day. It's the pagan holiday.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's true.
What day does Christmas really land on?
Shane, I don't have all the answers.
Okay.
Okay?
I thought you mentioned it. I figured you'd have a tidbit of information to share with the rest of the audience.
I've learned it a long time ago. Listen, I just say things, and 80% of them are kind of true.
Yeah, I found that I'm at the age now where, when you're a dad's age and you just start saying things,
Yeah.
but you say it with such confidence that you know, then you just, and people just believe you, but I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know anything. Speaking of not knowing anything, can you pull something up for me?
Oh, God. Oh, we're already pulling things up? Okay. Jamie, pull that up.
Type in, and I don't think I talked about this on the last podcast, but if I did, hey, real quick, look at me in the camera right here.
Hang on. I'm trying to do two things at once. What is happening? All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Okay. If I said this last podcast, and I in fact did, and I'm really sorry if you're bored by that, I just go ahead. Viewers at home, look at me real quick. Hey,
Okay.
Fuck you. Okay, and just listen. All right. Okay. So, how's that for Christmas cheer?
Wow, there was so much emotion behind that.
Yeah. Well,
Are you feeling a certain way right now?
I am.
Has Christmas turned you into a Grinch?
Dude.
Are we doing this podcast too early? Do you need some more coffee? Oh, speaking of which, this is what I got for Christmas.
That's great.
Isn't
that's
that cool?
amazing. I love that, Shane. That's so cool. It'd be so, it would be really cool?
Yeah.
If I had one as well. But I don't. I've got this. I've got this chode of a coffee cup.
It's actually really nice. It's very modern looking coffee.
It is.
Coffee mug.
It's double walled ceramic, so it holds the heat. Okay.
God damn it.
I know. That's a nice coffee mug. Okay, are you gonna pull something up for me?
Yeah. Let me figure out how to do this again. Here, I'm sharing.
I want you to type in.
Oh my God, I'm not. No. I'm sharing the screen. Thank you, dear God. Am I doing it on YouTube?
No.
Oh,
I just want you to do a Google image search for.
Oh God.
The pale blue dot.
Okay. Pale blue dot image. Okay, give me 1 second here. And then I'm going to share this, and I'm going to hit share. Okay, here we are. We're now sharing.
See, the one on the very left, go ahead and click that and pop that open for Daddy.
NASA Science?
Just pop that right open for Daddy, yeah.
Please don't refer to us as your daddy.
Make it nice and big for Daddy. Go ahead.
I'm so grossed out right now.
Come on, be a good boy. Make it big for Daddy. Come on. Don't be shy now.
This podcast has started off.
Don't be shy.
Okay, all right.
Don't be shy.
All right, so what am I looking at?
Okay, well, I can't see
streak.
That it's bigger.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, perfect. Perfect,
All
right there. Stop moving. Do you see that little dot right there?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you about this. I saw it on my walk this morning at 5 in the morning, alone with my dog.
Oh, no.
And I cried.
You
So
cried?
I might crew again when I tell you about this.
Oh my God.
So that, do you know Carl Sagan?
Carl
If you don't know
Sagan.
who Carl Sagan is, look
Yeah.
him up. He's like Mr. Daddy Universe. A lot of dad talk today. What's
Yeah.
going on? So this was when the Voyager was launched into space and was coming back, and Carl Sagan begged NASA to turn the camera on the Voyager to take a photo of the Earth. This is a photo taken of the Earth from 4 billion miles away. 4 billion miles away. My little brain can't compute that. And they didn't want to do it at first because do you see that ray of light that's shining through it?
Yeah.
That's the sun. And they were scared that it was going to melt the cameras because, like, it's really expensive to shoot these things up there. NASA was like, no. So he begged them. He's like, please, this is going to be the most prolific picture ever that we've ever seen of the Earth. So they figured out a way to do like satellite reflections to do it so it wouldn't hurt. There's a whole, I'm sure there's a documentary on it. Anyways, this is called the pale blue dot. It's like the most famous photo of the Earth. And Carl Sagan said this. And I'm going to read this quote.
By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just realized what your name is on here. What you put the name is for our little chat here is Piss Lord.
Well, I dubbed myself Piss Lord this morning because I had the longest pee of my life this morning, and I said I'm the Piss Lord.
So we're getting some really serious, important talk from Piss Lord.
I think I'm slowly slipping into mental illness. Is what this feels like on this podcast.
I think all of the population is slowly slipping into some sort of psychosis. I really do.
Yeah, I cried this morning. My new name is Piss Lord, and I'm about to read this quote, and I'm probably going to cry again. Okay. So anyways, just look at that little pale dot. Look at how much space is around it. That's 4 billion miles away is when this photo was taken. So let's go ahead and read this. This is what Carl Sagan said. Can you still see me?
I can see you.
Great. Okay. Look again at that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you've ever heard of, every human being who ever was lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines, every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. Is that wild?
Dude. Dude.
I don't know. I don't know why that gets me, man. It's just like crazy. It's like, wow, dude. Think about that. Like, and you want to know the most crazy thing? It was taken in 1990. That's the year you and I met. So we're forever, like, in the history of the world. We're there.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Dude, that's fucking wild.
Like, that's...
How serendipitous is that?
I know,
that's
dude. It's like
crazy, dude.
Think about it. Like the dinosaur. We're looking at the dinosaurs, the pyramids, the Huns, world wars, inventions, technology, like people's lives, like every single thing that seems so huge. Like think of like the biggest Michael Jackson, the biggest superstar that ever lived, is nothing. Is nothing when you look at this. It's wild. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's what they say. Like when astronauts look back at the Earth from such a not even this far, but like when they look back at the circle of Earth, like just this big, huge blue circle, and you're like, wow, like this feeling of like oneness, this feeling of like all the bullshit that goes on down here doesn't fucking matter. Like it really doesn't.
It's wild.
All these feelings that we have in our head of feeling, depressed or anxious or mad or angry about what? We kill
Yeah.
each other for what?
Yeah.
For a piece of sand? Like,
For real.
really? Or like the color of one's skin, or someone's history, or like, who gives a shit? Like,
I know.
in the grand scheme of things, like, we
Yeah.
should all just be one, trying to focus ourselves in one direction, but we're still lowly apes with
It's
lowly ape
crazy.
brains.
Yeah.
And
And you know what's nuts is, like, think of all of, I mean, I said dinosaurs, but dude, sharks are older than trees. Like, there were sharks. I mean, the history, I mean, it just goes back so far. Think of all of the things that have been before that photo. And then that photo was taken, a snapshot in time in the 90s. We were 5 years old. Think of all of the things that have happened that are going to continue to happen even after that photo's taken. It's just, and the craziest thing, if you noticed, if that's 4 billion miles away, there's nothing around it.
nothing.
There's nothing.
We're a single star.
Like, the next closest thing is so far away. Like when you see a picture of like the planets, it's like how they line it up perfectly. It's not like that.
It's not like that.
It's just crazy to think that we just think we're like so important, and it's wild to me. It's just that picture like just blew me away. I don't know how I heard about it or found it, but I was like, whoa.
Well, Pale Blue Dot, I feel like that was an album.
It probably is.
Pale Blue Dot sounds like a Tool album.
It probably does. Anyways, that blew my mind. And
Wow.
and here we are in the future. My name is Piss Lord, and I'm crying on a podcast about a picture that Carl Sagan took.
I wouldn't have it any other way, buddy. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Anyways, so Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Well, it is a good message. It's a peaceful message. It's like, bro, just like zoom out. Was that didn't Pete Holmes say that in one of his stand-ups? It's really famous, that clip where he's just like, we're on a piece of stone circling through the universe right now. Zoom out. Like,
how isn't that so strange? Not to get here we go. How are we as humans so aware of our mortality and our death? Like, we all know that that's coming, and it's terrifying to some people. We all know that we're going to die. Yet we like refuse to live sometimes, and we refuse to like let little things go, like you were saying. Like, think of like a grudge you have with like, all right, perfect instance. Think of Sean. We know Sean.
oh, dude,
We'll never forget him, dude.
You know what's crazy is I knew, for some reason, I thought Sean was gonna be put. We're gonna have to bleep out his name. We can't say his actual name. We can't say his actual name.
We should find him and have him on.
Old bully, like, but this is like 4th grade bully. We're obviously over it at this point.
Sure.
Although we still remember his name.
Totally over it. You look at I have a manifesto of people to kill. Sean is number 1. Yeah, totally over it. It's fine.
But yeah, for some reason I thought you were going to bring up. I just knew for some reason our old bully was going to be brought into this.
Yeah, dude.
This podcast today. I don't know why.
But anyways, that to say, like, that doesn't matter. Like Sean, he was just like a little kid. We were little kids. It didn't matter. But you remember those things. But that doesn't matter. It's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how you just look at the human race. But it's funny. Like, we're still, like, I feel like at times it's easy to look at human progress, or just look at humans in this moment, and think of all the negativity that you hear on social media, all the negative things. But I think it was Steven Pinker who wrote a book called The Better Angels of Our Nature, which described like how far we've progressed in a positive light, as opposed to all the negative things that we've done. It's like, yeah, we've created nuclear war, sure. And at any moment we could just destroy all of humanity. But, from, for the last 200 years, we're actually just going positive. Like, hunger is going down in large swaths than it used to be. Clean water, cleanliness is becoming more clean in parts that usually it's not clean because of technology. Like poorer and poorer people have these things here, like
homeless
smartphones.
People, I see homeless people charging their phones all the time.
Right.
Like in outlets, in businesses, I'm like, hey, we're doing all right. if you're watching like, TikTok in your tent, it's not that bad.
You can look at affordable housing and be like, wow, that's, it's the ghetto, whatever. But at least affordable housing has like, air conditioning options that at least have the ability to have air conditioned units.
When it rains, you're not wet.
When it rains, you're not wet. We're not being constantly chased by animals. Like
yeah, you go to sleep at night and you're not concerned if the Huns are going to come kill your entire village. If you're all right.
Yeah, stuff cool. like that, you know? And so it's easy, and I think we're programmed to look at all the negatives because, evolutionarily speaking, we're programmed to see what could kill us and be hyper aware of the things that could kill us, even if it's tiny little insects. Like we have nightmares about spiders. We have phobias ingrained into our DNA because spiders can actually, if they bite you, you could die. Or snakes, stuff, things that are poisonous. We have invented monsters to be wary of because of those DNA things in our bodies over millennia. And so, it's so easy for us to get so bogged down in like, oh man, freaking the politics or, this world is going to shit and this, that, and the other. And meanwhile, just walk outside, like sometimes, and just like hear the birds chirping, or just
even though we all know birds are drones. But yeah, listen to them chirp.
They're secret Epstein drones.
Yeah, dude.
It's I try so hard to stay away from what that feeling of, because it can depress you.
Oh, yeah.
So quickly. That's why I think it's important to just kind of like zoom out a little bit. Like you just said, zoom out, man. We only got 40 more years on this planet, roughly, give or take a few heart attacks.
You're trying to die at 81?
Well, isn't the life expectancy for men, 74? Isn't it 74?
Yeah, but look at most Americans. They're so already close to death.
Well, actually, I saw something the other day where Jen said that Gen Z is aging like milk because they're growing up with a lot more stress than we did. And millennials are growing like fine wine.
Well, yeah, because we spent a big majority of our developmental years outside and playing with friends and socializing and not on social media.
And getting some good vitamin D.
Yeah.
Even though I hate going outside, especially when it's hot or cold, not perfect. But also too, there's this thing that I've noticed that younger generations, 20-year-olds, are getting lip filler and Botox.
Don't piss me off right now. Don't fucking do it, dude. Woo! I don't condone violence, but goddamn, when I see a young woman with her lips like so big, I want to punch them and pop them. I just want to go and have this stuff just come out and be like, "You were better before. You look crazy. You look crazy."
We don't condone violence against women here on this podcast.
Absolutely not. But I'll tell you what, sometimes I wish I was a woman. So I'd be fighting women, dude. I'd be I'm sweaty. I gotta take the hoodie off. Hold on.
Dude, yeah, you got a hoodie on. I got a long sleeve. I can't do that. I can't take that. There are so many emotions going on with you this podcast. We may have to institute Kyle after this podcast.
You know what? But honestly, how cool is that to like have your mental breakdown on film? How many people can say that? You can look back and be like, well, that's
dude.
when-
I've been dude.
That's when I
All
lost
over
that.
my feed is body cam footage from cops, and dude, that's all I'm seeing. I'm just seeing people just having their mental final breaking point in front of cops, and just not realizing where they are, and just breaking themselves down.
My favorite video of that, and I'm sure you've seen it, but people have been stitching this girl who's getting pulled over by the cops, and it's a guy, like, usually with a guitar. You know, they'll do like metal stuff over people's like screaming.
Yeah.
It's a girl. And she's like,
yeah.
He didn't use his signal. It's like so awesome, so awesome,
dude. She had a great scream, and I watched that whole episode, that whole thing. She was screaming for an hour, like. And not even being hoarse. So that's impressive. She should be a metal singer after all this.
The cop pulls out his phone, opens Suno. What did he say again? Perfect. Thank you.
But anyway, lip filler, dude. Like, what brought me onto that was number one, that where people were kind of breaking down like why Gen Z is sort of aging differently. And it's not necessarily because they're stressed. Maybe that could be a part of it. But I think, too, it is a bunch of people getting like facial reconstruction surgery at the age of 28, 25.
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
You don't need to do that. Like, you got a good 10 more years before you start seeing fine lines.
Right. And also... Oh! You're not aging well. I wonder if it's because you're shooting botulism into your face and paralyzing the muscles of your face. So I can't tell if you're excited, sad, happy, because you just look like a robot. What's weird to me is, all right, and this is the problem. Men are visual creatures, right?
You don't say.
You don't say. So I'm dating, right? And I'm like, when I see girls, I'm like, immediately when I look at a girl, I'm like, oh, wow, that's a beautiful girl. And then if I continue to look at her, I go, oh, I got tricked. Because you can like, no, you can start to see like the fillers in the lips and the cheeks. And then like, oh, they don't have like any lines in their face. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, it's that simple and that instant to trick me. But then when you look closer... And hey, no shade to people who want to do that. It's just, to me...
Well, isn't that what we're always doing, though? It's called peacocking. We're always peacocking. Especially if you're single. Like, you're not going out there looking like a bag of trash.
No. No, I'm just saying, it's like going on, like, you're so young. Why are you doing this now? And they say, yeah, but it's preventive. Okay. It's preventive. It's like, what are you preventing? You're preventing... Hey, there's nothing wrong with aging. That you're supposed to age. Like, you can't stop it.
No, we have to stop it. We have to stop it at all costs, Kyle. Don't you
You're
understand?
Trying to prevent a tsunami that's eventually going to get you. Like, just let it happen. Dude, look at my forehead. Look at my forehead. I got wrinkles. I got smile lines. Why? Because I'm always smiling.
Here's the look. If you want to, here's what you need to do.
Up. I'm going to go lay in traffic. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, dude, but yeah, you don't need surgical intervention.
No.
Like, if you get a good skin regimen and institute that on a daily basis, figure out what works for your skin, understand, what regimen works best for you, and you institute that on a daily basis. You maybe put in some collagen into your, to slow down the degradation of your joints and your skin, scaffolding.
Get good sleep, hydrate.
Get some good sleep, hydrate. But no, we don't want that. We want the shortcut. We want the Ozempic, Kyle.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just, and the crazy thing is, everyone starts to kind of look the same now.
Yeah.
Which is so weird to me.
They start to look the same age because that look, that stretch-faced, that stretch-face look with the huge lips, that was associated about 20 years ago with women over 40, because that's when women started doing it. And now,
I'm so glad you said that.
And so now, kids 25 are instituting that same look. So now they look the same age.
And what's interesting to me is Yeah, they think that they're doing it to look more youthful, but to me, when I look at you, you look old. You look older to me. Like you don't look youthful. You look very mature, even though you're not. And what's interesting is,
How dare you?
yeah, I know.
One
I
thing I have noticed in the last year, as soon as I've turned 40, is my under eyes. I have noticed that my under eyes are starting to get more pronounced.
Cool.
And that's just what happens with aging. And I'm trying to find, different sort of under eye creams that could, but at some point, and also too, you know what? What happened to makeup? Just use makeup.
Yeah.
Not we could just use makeup to make that's the whole point of makeup, right? The whole point of makeup is to accentuate your facial features.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily to hide your facial features, even though that's what you use it to hide acne and whatnot. But but what? Why not? But if you look at like makeup influencers and what the skill that they use with their makeup tools,
yeah.
it is unbelievable how well they institute their skill in making them look so like beautiful, like absolutely beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. They're cute girls beforehand, but after they put on the makeup, it's like, oh my God,
Right.
you look like a freaking cartoon. You're incredible.
It's a lot of things. It's equal parts like belonging, because that's like the cool thing to do, and if you don't look this certain beauty standard, you're not of that group, and that group does signal to things. It's part our fault as men, like liking the pictures of the girls on Instagram that look this way, so other girls that don't look that way feel like pressure to look that way. It's also it's marketing. It's they don't, girls say, well, I don't do this for a man. I do this because I want to look cute. Well, yeah, there's that belonging piece. Yeah, you do it because you want to look cute. And guys are how many guys feel pressure to go to the gym and have muscle because they feel like that's where they should be. They should be big and strong, and they should be ripped or whatever. Or like they need to dress well, or they need to have this specific watch, or drive this specific car, or have this specific haircut. We're all guilty of it. No one's free from the of belonging. Belonging is such a human need. It's just unfortunate that part of their belonging goes with changing who they actually are on a structural level. If you look back, like it's interesting to look back at movies, like if you go watch like a movie from the early 2000s, everyone looks so different and they all have their little idiosyncrasies. Now, when you watch a movie, everyone has the same shaped teeth, the same cheekbones, the same noses, the same eyebrows. It's just weird that I just don't understand, like, why. I know it's going to pass. It's a trend. Everything is a trend. Everything comes and goes. I just really miss a natural looking woman. And honestly, the women that do stay natural, let me tell you this right now. If you're single and you're dating out there, not everyone's going to care about this, but me, I notice it immediately. Like today, I'm going to go work at a coffee shop after this, and I'm going to see people come in and out. I immediately notice when a woman is just like naturally beautiful and I can tell that there's no specific like crazy work done. I'm immediately like, to me that signals, oh, you're real. Like you're fine with being who you are in the world and in space. And unfortunately, when I see someone who has like a BBL and fake boobs and like, all the things, I go, oh, you're not comfortable with who you are, because you changed it to feel this version of you's what makes you comfortable. But like, who are you under all this stuff? Like, I'd be so curious, why wasn't the way your butt was shaped, or the size of your boobs, or the way your lips or cheeks were why wasn't that considered pretty to you? What happened? That's where I go.
Interesting. I found when I was still single at the but like pretty women would intimidate the fuck out of me. I would not approach them at all, and but the women that I would be more comfortable with is the women that had personalities that were comfortable in their own skin and not not being afraid to look like they just walked out of their house in pajamas, like like that brings out a sense of personality to, and then comfort, and then that begins the talking, and then and now you're beginning a connection. It is possible to look too good, you know, like men and women. Like,
yeah, for sure.
if you're a dude that's constantly in the gym and you just look like you're friggin' Thor and you're just like beautiful in every way, shape, or form, like you're intimidating to not only women but men too.
Yeah, but like, dude, I'm still a nice guy. You can come talk to me. You don't have to. Like, you can you can talk. It's cool.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're talking about you, bro. That's fine.
Hey, but listen, there's someone out there for everyone. And just because I don't like that, who the fuck am I, dude? Like, go back to the pale blue dot. Like, who gives a shit what I think about? Yeah.
But also, before we get off this, I want to say one more thing. And the reason why I started thinking about that is I started watching Stranger Things last season. And I looked at Millie Bobby Brown, 11, and I'm like, what is different about her? Like, what is going on? And then there's a couple instances where she has no facial expression. And then I realized, like, it's lip filler.
Yeah.
Why? And I'm like, why? She's like 25?
I know.
Why?
It's the Hollywood effect. They have to.
But not all the other girls don't have them. Like, I don't know. I was kind of blown away by that.
Yeah. They all. It's like, again, the belonging. We got to play the game. I'm not going to get chosen for these roles unless I'm this, and this. So I got to do this, and this. I mean, look at like Bradley Cooper, dude. Like, one of the most attractive dudes ever, and now he looks insane.
No, is he going the Mickey Rourke route?
He looks insane, dude. Same thing with Zac Efron. No,
well, I heard Zach had a reason. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard he broke his jaw, like during filming or something, and he was like either he had a crash or something. He crashed his motorcycle or something and had to get like or was that Mickey Rourke? I can't remember, but I do know that was the reason why Zac Efron looks a little bit different. It's because he broke his jaw somehow.
Well, let me tell you this. If I broke my jaw and we popped on this podcast, I wouldn't have a different looking nose. My cheeks wouldn't be higher and my eyebrows wouldn't be set on my face differently. I would just get my jaw fixed. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. Man. We're so insecure. We're all just insecure little bunnies. Just, going through this world on this little rock spinning through space.
Speaking of bunnies, you know how we just like associate bunnies with carrots?
Yeah, they don't eat carrots.
Yeah, like why? You know,
in fact, it's bad for them.
Same thing with turtles. Like, what? Oh, they just eat lettuce? What are you talking about? They live out in the wilderness. There's not just like romaine lettuce growing out of the ground everywhere.
I felt like I saw a video of a rabbit attacking a squirrel or something.
Yeah,
and like and like eating it or some crazy.
I saw a video of a horse eating chickens.
Dude.
Like baby chicks. That's what I'm saying. Nature is not... Here, rabbit, have this carrot. It's probably, what the fuck is this, dude? I hate this. Yeah.
Carrots are not great. They're not great.
Okay, relax. Okay, because carrots
by
are
themselves,
so good.
Roasted carrots are like one of my favorites. I love roasted carrots. But like a carrot by itself is just kind of like... It's not the best vegetable. Like, I would rather eat broccoli.
What's the difference between a carrot and a roasted carrot? Heat.
Yeah, but it kind of soaks all that flavor in the heat.
It brings out the sugar.
It brings out the sugar and the... Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. It's the same thing, but it's delicious.
Okay.
As opposed to it being just out of the ground.
Yeah, and I'm crazy. But a roasted carrot is good, though.
Yeah. So Christmas happened.
Yeah, Christmas.
What did you do for Christmas?
Oh, okay. So on theme for this episode, this was the loneliest Christmas of my life.
That's pretty sad.
So let me tell you about it.
Yeah, tell me about your sad Christmas.
Dude.
Let's just bring down this podcast to the point where people are just going to shut off. Like, by the end of this podcast, we're going to have someone just take his own life.
I know. Should we put the suicide hotline number at the end of this podcast? If this podcast... I know. No, I know it makes it sound bad, but there's nothing wrong with being lonely. It's okay sometimes.
Yeah.
So usually I'm like with my dad or my mom, right? Or friends or
Mhm.
with a significant other. But so my dad went to Thailand with his wife, which is cool. I'm happy for him to do that. So or else I would have gone to Vegas, but I didn't do that. And then my mom is recently become a flight attendant. So she
Right.
was flying out and about. And then I don't have a person. So I kind of just woke up on Christmas. So I didn't like put up a tree this year either. I was like, what would it be like if I just lived, you know? So I woke up Christmas morning and I kind of just did my Christmas things. I went for a walk with Margot. I made some French toast with some bacon. That was nice.
Mhm.
And then I
Mhm.
had some pizza for lunch, and then I made a steak and fries for dinner. And then my mom unexpectedly got rerouted to LAX. And so I went and drove like late at night to meet her at her hotel. And then we just had we had some food at the hotel bar, which was nice and unexpected.
Well, at least you got to see your mom.
Yeah, I guess which is awesome. But this Christmas was definitely the most different Christmas I've ever had in my life. Usually it's just like, oh, there's like a dinner to go to or a party to go to, or like we're opening presents or I'm with friends or family. But this year it was like, well, Margot, what do you want to do today? But it was very relaxing. It was kind of nice.
Yeah, sometimes I think you need to experience that kind of Christmas at least once, because I feel
Mm-hmm.
like Christmas can add a bunch of unnecessary pressure
Yeah.
to a family,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, regardless of who's running the party or whatever.
Right.
Or like, because there's a lot of pressure when it comes to Christmas. Like for me, it's like, did I get all the presents right? You know, did I get the list correct? Like, did
Yeah.
I forget something? Or you know, if am I going to present this present exactly the way I want it to? Or
Yeah.
you know, I want them to be happy because I worked really hard at this one present or something. Like that's the kind of anxiety that I go through. I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
everyone else is different. I'm sure, you know, someone's like, I gotta make sure all the food is correct for this people. There's 10 people
Right.
coming over.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, like it's fun in the moment, but the build up to that can be just like extremely overwhelming. And that's why at my job, which I'm not going to discuss where it is, but we sell certain things at our job, and the top seller is during this time is stress supplements.
Oh yeah.
So, because people are just stressed and freaking out about, I don't know, name your problem.
Hi. Yes. Can you point me to the stress section? And also, do you guys have cyanide? Yeah. I'm baking a pie later. Yeah.
Also, a gun.
A gun. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what though? I will say this:
A gun rack. You got me a gun
rack. I don't own a
A gun.
let alone enough guns to necessitate an entire
rack.
I love that movie, dude.
Yeah, I referenced that movie the other day and people didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, no,
dude.
am I old? Am I that old? That
Yeah, you are.
Our kids are not watching the classic that is Wayne's World.
So good. Yeah. I will say this Christmas made me appreciate or empathize with the people that don't have people, because I'd always be like, you know, like bars are open on Christmas, and I always wonder like, who are those people that are going to a bar to like just drink alone on Christmas? I could have done that.
You could have,
you know. And you know what's funny? I felt like I was in like a Hallmark movie. You know the scene in every Christmas movie where there's like the lonely guy walking the streets, looking in the windows and seeing like mom putting the turkey on the table, like someone laughing. Like I live in a city, so I was walking kind of at night because I wanted to see some lights, you know, because people have lights up, and I could see into people's windows, and it was just like that. I hear people laughing and drinks clinking, and I'm just like, ah.
It doesn't snow on LA, but for some reason this
just
night
on me. Dude, it had me, it honestly made me appreciate like, oh wow, I am really lucky. Like I've been lucky all my whole life to be able to have like somewhere to go for Christmas, and I was like, oh, what about all the people that don't? This is really sad. This year just felt extra heavy on Christmas. Like it's interesting how like Christmas isn't really, I guess, like I'm not a religious person, so I don't like the whole Jesus part of it. I care about like being with friends and the traditions, you know? But it was interesting to be removed from that portion and being like, wow, Christmas
And
is like special.
I suppose you kind of had it when you came when I came to Vegas in November, because that was sort of like a Thanksgiving Christmas thing,
Yeah.
because I wasn't going to be able to have it with my parents, so we kind
Yeah.
of put Thanksgiving and Christmas together, and you were there, and Mikey was there, and
Yeah,
Trevor
that was
was there.
amazing. That was
Yeah,
cool.
so you already kind of got to have it
Sure.
before Christmas, so maybe that kind of helped you, a little bit. But I can understand like the day of and seeing it, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, like, oh wow. Yeah, I don't have
It's like
anywhere to go this year.
it's like, you know what it was? I'll tell you, it was like getting your birthday present before your birthday.
Yeah.
And on the day of your birthday, you don't have anything to open. You're like,
Which,
okay, well, that's
speaking of
kind
which,
of lame.
tomorrow. That's it, dude.
Tomorrow, yeah, 41 tomorrow.
Ew.
Yeah,
He's old.
yeah, old dude,
Shriveled balls.
old, and bunch of things are shriveled and gross. Yeah,
Things are starting to fall off.
Things are falling off. Things are hurting for no reason.
Yeah.
Like I was playing drums and I had a groin problem for like 3 months. Like,
Yeah.
I was like this close to going to the doctor and being like, hey, what's going on with this muscle? Because it just is like sore all the time.
Yeah.
I must have pulled it playing drums or something, and it just was sore. And just now, over this last month, now it's now healed itself. But that's just my body. Just it's not healing as fast as it used to. Yeah. So
It's over for you,
sucks.
dude.
That sucks.
It's over for you.
But okay, but let's go through our favorite Christmas memories.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, like one of my favorite Christmas memories was, I was staying at I was with my parents. We were visiting my grandma in Wisconsin. Grandma son of a buck was her name, because she would try not to curse around me, but before I was born, she was Italian, so she would curse all the time.
Is this penis grandma?
This is penis grandma. Yes. We have to explain penis grandma now.
No explanation. That's it. You can think what you want.
So my parents were traveling musicians, and so my parents would often visit my grandma in Wisconsin as they were traveling, and as a joke, one year, one of the band members, one of the band members had given my mother's mom, my grandmother, like a dildo or something, just out of fun, and then the next year it was another penis thing, and then the next year it was another penis thing, and the next year, and it was just like constantly. Then it became a thing. We're just going to send anything penis related to Grandma Son of a Buck. And so she eventually just collected all these penis memorabilia and put it in this glass case, and she became known in Beloit, Wisconsin as the penis grandma. And so she was actually on a radio show at one point, detailing this collection that she had gotten over the years. And so that's, the penis collection. And so my mom currently still has because my grandma's no longer with us, she has the penis collection.
Rest in penis.
Rest in penis. So anyway, that's where it's penis grandma. So one of my favorite memories was coming upon this glass case of penises. No,
being like, wow, these are so much bigger than mine.
No, so it was a 2-story, my grandma's house, and so I think it was like 4, 5, 6, I don't know. This is Ghostbusters, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle time, right? And so, I wake up, it's Christmas morning, I'm super excited, like Santa's come, let's freaking go. And so I go walk down the stairs, and then you can see the living room as you walk down the stairs. And I saw all the presents, and right in the middle was the Ghostbusters firehouse. Do you remember the Ghostbusters firehouse?
Brother.
Dude, that was such an epic present. Like, I will never forget that present. Oh, man.
It's really sad how that feeling, think about that feeling. That's magic. Like, if you Santa Claus, that feeling of like, oh my God, I'm going to go to bed. I'm so excited to go to bed. And when I wake up, the tree is just filled with things. My stocking is full. It's like that feeling of just wonder and excitement it's so sad that goes away when you become an adult. And I feel like that might be one of the cool things about having a kid again, is you get to like relive that through them, because they're like, Santa's here. Like it's like, yeah. And you get to see them do the thing. But yeah, man, I have the same similar thing with you. I went to the mall one time and sat on Santa's lap, you know, the mall Santa.
Yeah.
And I remember asking him, I was like, I want. And I'm sure my parents were like sweating bullets because they're standing there listening. I was like, I want every Ninja Turtle good guy, every Ninja Turtle bad guy. I want the sewer, and I want the Technodrome.
Oh my God, that's all of the toys.
I know. And then
that's the whole line of toys.
I know. And I'm sure my parents were like, oh, yes, well, that's enough. Let's go. And I woke up Christmas morning and I just had this feeling. I was so excited that I threw up. I remember I woke up my parents. I was like, I gotta throw up. And I threw up because I was so excited. I went downstairs, and wouldn't you know it, I got every Ninja Turtle good guy, every Ninja Turtle bad guy, the sewer, and the Technodrome. And I was like, dude, Santa's the guy. Santa's the bro.
Santa knows what's
got
up.
me, dude. That feeling, man, I don't think there's another Christmas that tops that. Even though I've had some amazing Christmases, that was just like, I've just never felt magic like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then we would like remember we would call each other on the phone and be like, what'd you get? What'd you get?
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. I remember there was another present that I really, really wanted. It was Hook had just come out, the movie Hook. And
so
dude, and the sword that Pan used. It was a particular sword. Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
I really love that sword.
It would make sound.
Yeah, it would make sound as you hit it. Yeah. I really wanted that, and I got that for Christmas. I remember that one. That was a good one.
Man.
I also remember getting my first bike, bicycle. It was a Batman bicycle.
It's a big moment.
Another one was this really cool, I think you remember that Huffy bicycle with the radio on it.
Yes.
Dude, it had a radio on it.
Cool
how cool is that for a present?
I know. Yeah. My parents did the classic Christmas Story thing to me. We had opened all the presents, and I remember that was the year I got a Nintendo, like Mario.
Yeah.
That blew my mind. It was the end of it, and I was like, oh man, that was so great. My dad goes, oh wait, go look behind the TV. Like we had a big like entertainment system. Like, what's that over there? And I pull it out and I open it up, and it's a Red Ryder BB gun.
Oh, dude.
Like the movie. Like exactly. And my dad was like, I had one of these when I was a kid. And my mom was just like, looked at my dad like, really? You got him a BB gun? And he's like, it's fine. So like, oh, dude. And I still have it.
That started your parents splitting up right there.
Yeah, and that's the first time Daddy hit Mommy. That never happened. I'm just kidding. But that was pretty good. So what I'm saying is if you're a parent listening to this, I don't care what your kid asks for, you will sell your body on the streets to be able to afford this, because that magic is undeniable. Do you understand me?
It is magical. It is magical. And I actually had this, didn't we have this discussion with Trevor? And I think we asked Trevor, like, and he said that he just told his kids, like, Santa's not real.
Hey, man.
And now his kid is going to get...
I know. Dude.
It's going to be the troublemaker, causing trouble for everyone else who's going through this. You could call it a ruse, but it's this. But I guess we can like really discuss it. Like, is it beneficial for us to basically put on a ruse for kids? What I think it's beneficial, because like I think it does teach your kid to be a good person, and if you're a good person, you'll in essence get a good consequence.
Get rewarded, yeah.
You'll get rewarded.
Which I guess if you want to look at the other side of the coin too, that can also be dangerous, because if you go through life thinking you're doing all the right things all the time and you're not getting rewarded, that can be like, well, what the hell,
Yeah.
But
yeah, fair enough. Or if you are if you're a bad parent and not showing your kid like bad consequences, but just giving them what they want because they're your kid, you're teaching them that they can get whatever they want no matter how they act. Like,
Right. Yeah, the whole thing of like, oh, I don't want to lie to my kids, and if once I tell them that I lied to them this long, they're gonna be mad at me, dude. When I figured out Santa Claus wasn't real, my first thought wasn't like, how could you lie to me like that? It was like, oh, that sucks. Anyways, I'm gonna go ride my bike. Like, hey,
for me, it was just kind of like as I grew older and became more logical, I think it just pieced together to me like, oh, of course my parents would.
yeah,
They're trying to teach me a lesson.
Mhm.
That's how it. So I never was mad or angry at my parents. In fact, like my parents put on the ruse, like to the point where I was a teenager now.
yeah,
I was
this
like
is from Santa, and I'd be like,
yeah, exactly. Like I'm a teenager now. I'm not.
Yeah.
This is not real. You guys don't have to put this ruse on. I know he's not real. It's like, well, I don't know. And like kept on.
it's funny, yeah.
And so it was just like they actually still to this day, if I remember correctly,
Santa.
they've never said to me the words "Santa's not real."
Well, he might be. I don't know.
It's
Have you
just-
ever seen Tim Allen in the Santa Claus? So, yeah, I don't think it's. You're not causing trauma to your child if they find out that Santa's not real. The way my parents explained it to me, they're like, no, yeah, we are technically Santa, but the spirit of Christmas, that feeling that you have, is what Christmas is about: is being with family and feeling magic and feeling warmth. Like that's what it's about. That's the spirit of Santa.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool.
And the presence, like people, it's not necessarily the presence that it's the feeling that someone had thought about you,
Yeah.
so thoughtfully that they took the time and effort to make you happy with this gift. And didn't
Right.
have to be like a Nintendo or anything like that, but that did make me really happy.
Yeah, it did. Oh my God. Well, that changed the course of your entire life.
It really did.
That changed the chemistry of your brain. You're a gamer now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do just the opposite. I'm not gonna teach my kids about Santa. I'm gonna teach them about Krampus. And
Ooh.
and I'm gonna teach them that if they're bad, that this demon, this goat hooved demon, is gonna come.
You're going the German route, like the straight up German route. Okay.
It's gonna come steal you and eat you. So, and think about how much money I'm gonna save, because their gift is on Christmas morning when they wake up that they're still alive, and they don't need presents because they would have been killed. And I always said I wanted one kid. I might have multiple kids and kill them off to really drive the point
To
home. Be
really
like,
drive the
do you
point.
remember what happened to your brother? Right. We're never going to see him again because you misbehaved. So let's make sure we're good this year.
This is what Christmas was like back in 1702.
Yeah, no, dude, my grandma, she lived through the Great Depression. They were so poor growing up on their farm. She was one of like 11 kids.
Mhm.
They were so poor that they couldn't afford to feed the kids, so they had to send them off to be helpers on other farms. Like, could you imagine that?
Wow.
Like, my grandma said she got an orange one time for Christmas, and it was the most amazing gift she'd ever gotten in her life because they didn't have anything. The fact that their family could give her an orange.
Was this your Japanese grandma?
No, she was running from nuclear explosions.
Oh, okay.
No.
Didn't you have a Japanese grandma?
I do. Yeah, she lives
Yeah.
in Honolulu. She's from Okinawa. She Hiromi. Which, by the way, I've been learning Japanese. So
how do you
anyways,
how do you have a Japanese grandma? Have we discussed this?
well, I'll tell you. So, my grandma was born in Okinawa. My grandpa was in the Navy and was stationed there, and he met her,
Uh-huh.
which is wild if you think about the time with like.
Oh, this is your dad's side. This is Paul's side.
This is my mom's dad.
Your mom's dad. Okay.
Yeah. He met her there, and then they ended up moving to Honolulu, which, if you think about that, during that time with like Pearl Harbor and stuff, that was probably very controversial. Like, a guy from the Navy marries a Japanese woman, and they
Yeah?
live in
Like
Honolulu.
right
where
during that
Pearl
time.
Harbor happened.
Yeah.
That'd be like in 9/11 if I married like a Middle Eastern woman and brought her to New York. I was like, this is my wife. People would be like, what the fuck? Yeah. It's wild, yeah.
No, I mean, but people, yeah, I don't know.
But people were different back then.
People,
this
yeah.
is the 40s, dude. Like,
Yeah.
or not 40s.
So are you part Japanese?
No.
You're not part
No.
Japanese. You're Finnish.
Yeah, I wish I was part Japanese. You know how cool that'd be?
So it's your mom's dad's second wife.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's still my grandma, though.
Yeah, of course. I'm just trying to piece together the family tree here, if you will.
Yeah, she's cool. And do you know what's crazy, dude? She has been old since I can remember.
Is she still with us?
Yeah, she's like Yoda, dude. I'm like, I literally have no idea how old she is. And she just wakes up every day. They live in like a very traditional Japanese house. They have like a ceremonial tea room with like the sliding like doors that are made of rice paper and the tatami mats. She's very traditional Japanese. It's awesome. I think that's why I love Japanese culture so much, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I just kind of forgot about that part of your life there for a moment. I was like, oh, yeah, Kyle had a Japanese grandma.
Mm-hmm. She's still there.
Still there. But yeah, that was my favorite Christmases pretty much. Like, Christmas in my house was a lot of fun.
Your parents always had a party?
They still have parties.
Yeah, they do.
I
miss going to those. Dude, I miss those times. There was, all right. For the people who have seen The Sandlot, do you know the one scene, it's on 4th of July, and the fireworks are going off, and they're running through the street of that block party, and they're just free. They all run to the Sandlot and play underneath the fireworks. There's a specific feeling watching that scene that when I watch that scene, I think of your parents' parties.
Yeah.
Because they're all partying in this house. There's food everywhere, alcohol everywhere. We're hanging out. We go and we grab whatever we want to eat and drink, and then we either go into the band room, we go into your room, we go over to like Ryan's house, and it was just like freedom.
It was true freedom. It really was.
I get goosebumps thinking about it. Like, I'm so glad, like, the Sandlot scene encapsulates that feeling exactly. That's exactly how that felt.
We were really blessed to have such a really tight-knit group and friends that we still have to this day. And we still talk to, and we still have these cherished memories with one another. Because as you get older and you talk to other people, like, a lot of people don't have that. Like, a lot of people just have their friends, and then their friends move away, and then they get another new friends, or they're not as tight knit with their old childhood friends.
Or they never had any.
Or never had any. There's that. We were really blessed. We really were.
Blessed.
Bless.
Blessed.
God bless. Yeah. You said you had a rant. I remember. Let's shift. We're like Christmas spirit, positive energy. Let's go back to the negative energy. You said you called when we talked on the phone a little bit ago. You said that you had a rant that you wanted to talk about on the podcast.
And it's going to be kind of topical based on kind of what we talked about earlier, but and I've calmed down a little.
Okay, good.
But I have a feeling it's gonna
level-headed.
I feel like this is gonna rile me up again.
Okay.
Now, I just want the listeners of this podcast to know, I'm sure, like, when they think about the avatars that we are, they're probably like, Shane is so bright and lovely, and Kyle is just like this cynical psycho. I'm trying not to be, but I don't know how else to be.
I'm here to balance. I'm here to balance you out.
Thank you.
I'm here to balance you out.
Thank you.
I'm here to harness.
Yeah.
Harness your rage into and aiming it to be in a more optimistic, positive way.
Right.
And positive function in life.
Right. Now, what I'm about to say, I hope that you guys just remember that two things can be true. Just remember that someone can think things, and they can also realize that they're wrong, and still think those things though, and feel those things.
I think we call them. There's a certain. Wait, they're what's it called? That's not inside thoughts. It's it is inside thoughts, but it's the thoughts where you're driving, and then you just have that thought. You're like, what if I just,
the call of the void.
No. No, there's a certain level of destructive thoughts.
Yeah.
Something like that, where you just have this like, I wonder if I could just, drive my car off a bridge or something like that.
Yeah. What if I
There's
just smashed into this person? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I realize that what I'm gonna say is not really the truth, and we do create our own reality. But recently, these thoughts have been popping up, and I honestly I feel like this. If there's any, late 30s, early 40s single guys out there, you're probably going to resonate with this. The generation the generation just below us, and the generation right now is in serious trouble when it comes to um, future planning and relationships. I do not understand what's going on, but if we're not careful, I think people are going to get more and more used to being alone forever and not having babies or like having human connection. Because, all right, what I'm about to say, hey, the truth is the truth. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings, dude. Like this is the hand I was dealt. I can't handle this. This is not my fault. Okay. I'm 40.
Don't judge me for who I am.
I am sorry. This is how it is, and it doesn't mean I'm better or worse than anyone. But this is just the facts.
Right.
Okay.
There's the judge-free zone here.
Yes, I'm 41 years old. Okay.
Yes.
I have lived an amazing life.
You have.
I have taken advantage of the opportunities that I was born with, and I have turned them into a successful life. I am my own boss. I've created my own business. I've traveled the world. We've made music together, as you know. I've had a lot of experiences. I have experienced a lot, which has made me very emotionally aware. I have made huge mistakes, and I have learned from those, and I'm going to continue to make mistakes, and I'm going to continue to learn from those. I am a very smart, funny, grounded individual. I make a good living. I have all the things that you'd want. I'm not short. I have an amazing hairline. I'm an attractive guy. The way I am built, most men in general don't look the way I do, let alone in their 40s.
To be fair, you have put in a lot of work to you look incredible, and you put in a lot of work because your frame, you actually are meant to be skinny. But you're actually putting in so much work to actually get muscle. Yeah. Because, dude, when we grew up, you were a lanky kid. You were a tiny, lanky, skinny kid. Yeah. And I was the one that had the muscle. And now look at you.
Well, you still do.
Well, that's just because I'm just, naturally gifted.
I see your delts popping out over there. Come on, baby. Anyways.
Someone the other day did say that I looked buff in a shirt. And I was like,
you do.
Thank you.
You've always been buff.
Thank you.
You're very athletic. Anyways, I'm a great dresser. I have amazing hygiene. I can go on and on. I have a provider mindset. I'm just like, I don't know what else I can possibly offer somebody. I really don't. Put it this way. I want to be a dad. I want to be a great partner.
Okay.
Yeah. I am dating, right? And the conversations I have with some people, it's like, I do not know what else I can possibly offer somebody. How is what I'm offering still not enough?
Ooh, that is good.
How can what I am offering still not be enough? My question to you people out there, especially the ladies, what are you thinking when you meet a guy, again, who's not short, has a great hairline, takes care of himself, has money, wants to provide, wants to build a life with you, and it's still like, yeah, I don't know. I just like, I truly don't get it. And it's starting to be like disheartening. I'm like, oh, I mean, I guess I have to be like crazy rich, and I have to be like 6'1". It's crazy.
Yeah, no, dude, it's but it's not you. I mean, because
I know
you know it's not you.
I know.
So,
but that's why I get it. We're in trouble here.
I get it. You know, it's not you. It's just compatibility is strange, man. It could,
really
could,
is.
especially in the beginning parts. like the only reason that me and Ash got together wasn't through like natural chemistry. It was through being set up. Like we were set up together.
Oh yeah.
And if things kind of just blossomed from there. But like before then, there were times where I thought this was it, man. This was it. But just like one thing happened where you're just like, oh, like you didn't get, and like I remember breaking up with a girl because she didn't get me anything for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Like, and like you can look at that as like, wow, she didn't think of you, and so yeah, that's valid. But you also can look at it and be like, who gives a shit? It's Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a stupid dumb holiday. Why do you care so much? But it was, but like in every other aspect, we were great for each other. But for some dumb, stupid reason, it's like that stuck in my craw. And I was like, I don't want to be with a woman who doesn't want to think of me in that, like, think of me enough to at least get me a card.
Sure.
And that was sort of the last straw. And plus we were together for like maybe a year at that point. And so maybe kind of like fizzled out anyway. But like, but my point still stands. It's like something as minuscule as that is the thing that I thought made us not compatible.
Right. Which it very well may have been.
And I think, I think in today's dating market, I see people talk about this. I think people need to like understand that perfection, you're not going to find the perfect human.
That's impossible.
It's impossible.
But that's the problem with society now. Because of options, because of social media, because of dating apps, there's always this thing in the back of your head that like, but there's probably something better. But there's probably another, like, for instance, let's go back to my grandma and my grandpa. He's in the Navy. He's on a ship with a bunch of dudes. He gets ported into a foreign land. There's no social media. There's no other comparison. He sees a woman that he vibes with and he thinks is pretty. If he walked two bars down, he could have met a prettier woman who he vibed with even more. But that wasn't a thought to them. It's like, what's in front of me now? This is enough.
I think what you're describing is that there's too many options.
It's crazy. It's like Netflix. It's like, how can we have so many things to watch but not have anything to watch?
And I think it's human folly too.
Yeah,
because we're always wanting like, oh, maybe there's something better. Maybe there's something better. Maybe
you
there's
have to
something
decide
better.
What's enough. And here's another frustrating thing too.
And here's the thing. And Kyle, like, I love you. You're my brother, and I think you're one of the funniest, most handsome, like, perfect human beings that have ever been embedded in my life.
Oh yeah, then why don't you marry me then, Shane? All right.
Unfortunately, we couldn't be gay together. God's cruel like that, Kyle. But
we had so many opportunities.
We
shared a room for years. Our parents would have never known. I'm going to spend the night at Shane's house again. You're always over there. Yeah, he's my best friend.
It would have been perfect, man. It really would have. But unfortunately, I like boobs.
Well,
anyway,
I can grow those. I can be whatever you need.
But dude, like, you are upfront. You're honest. Like, and people sometimes don't like that.
They don't.
Like upfront. They really don't like someone being honest with them. But that's what I really envy about you, because you say things without you're able to say things without restraint. And like I, on the other hand, will clam up and not say things because I have too much restraint, and that's my issue.
Oh yeah.
And so maybe maybe it could be that you're too forward with some people, and people kind of just get scared by that.
Maybe.
I don't know. But like, some other people's like, people who I work with and actually watch this podcast are like, he's super charming. It's like, I know, he's been charming my entire life. Like, you are incredibly charming. And so I honestly, I think you're worrying too much.
No, but that's the thing. I'm not worrying. What I'm saying, the reason why I brought this up is it's just an observation of like, if what I'm offering is like is still not, is not like bees to honey, then what we're like, people are doomed because I'm not saying I deserve anyone access to anyone. That's not what I'm saying at all. Like I don't feel like I'm superior in any way. It's just like I know and I hear from my girls that are friends of mine the things they experience on dates and the quality of men that they meet. I'm like light years ahead of that. Where is this? Why is there such a problem? It's just it's an observation. It's very interesting that people just seem so um it feels like everyone just is avoidant. For instance, I hear and see so many conflicting thoughts on like women don't want they don't want you to approach them because it's weird. They're like, ew, why are you talking to me? But then at the same time they go, how come no one's talking to me?
I've seen that.
I'm
I've
like,
seen that on
yo,
TikTok. Yeah,
yeah,
I've seen that whole trend on TikTok where people are
yeah,
like, "This is why men aren't approaching," because they. And that's true because we're in a weird time. It's like it's weird for a guy. How do I approach a woman in such a way? Because especially if you're just approaching blindly, you have no idea how this person would
I
react,
know,
and don't know their personality, don't know the things that you say or how you're presenting yourself. Because it's really hard to know how you're presenting yourself.
yeah, sure,
Um, you know, but you find this woman attractive, and so like, well, I'm just gonna go up and talk with her, and but you don't want to creep her out, but still time like the whole courting thing,
yeah,
like is it especially just out in the open. I think that's why a lot of people revert to dating apps because that's where the appropriate space to court is now.
right.
It's
But
not
that's
out in the open anymore, pretty much. Like if it's out in the open at a bar or something, like you better just be okay with like feeling or looking creepy because
yeah, which is I mean, hey, listen, that's what bars are for. People think that they're there to go and like drink. It's literally
it's a
a
social club.
yeah. That's all it is. Yeah, it's just an observation. I just find it very interesting. It's like, okay, what do people actually want then? They say they want this, but they don't want this. They want all of this, and all of that is in front of their face, but then they don't. Like the whole
Have
dating
you
app
have
thing.
you asked the girls that you have dated that didn't work out? Have you asked them like, hey, just so I'm just so I have this in the back of my mind, like what was it about me or what was it about our compatibility that you thought was incompatible?
Well, it's funny that you say that because
You can
the
actually,
reason
dude. You should do a study.
I
Since you're
could,
in this, you should like
I
after
could.
every, after every girl you go out with and things don't work out, you'd like have
Mhm.
like an interview, like an exit interview, and
Yeah. Well, I
it's not
gotta
a
be
bad
honest
idea.
with you. The reason why most of the things don't work out is because I bring it up. Like I have a feeling I'm like, this just isn't right. There's
Oh
like
wait, so we're getting into it. So it's
yeah.
you that has the high standards.
Well, because I understand who I am and what I bring to the table, and I'm looking for someone to match that energy. And
There's
it's
nothing
either
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with knowing what you want.
yeah, I know exactly what I want, and I just haven't. Even though I've met some really cool people and we've had some awesome conversations, and I've actually made some good friends from this process. Like it's friendly. I don't ghost people. No one's ever crying or getting their really like feelings hurt. It's just the honest truth. It's like, hey, I'm not really interested in pursuing this romantically anymore. I'm looking for something different. Maybe we can still be friendly, and sometimes we are, sometimes we're not, and that's totally fine. It's just there's a specific feeling of homeostasis, of central nervous system regulation, of essentially what I'm looking for is like, does my inner child and your inner child want to play together? Seriously, like as
Yeah, the
simple as that is.
aspects of play. Yeah.
Yeah, like do we feel comfortable enough to be our truest raw self? And when I'm with some of these people, I'm like, oh yeah, this there's something about this that just this isn't it. I don't feel like I can let my guard down with you, or I don't feel like you're letting your guard down with me, or like there's no banter. There's just a specific back and forth that I'm looking for
Mm-hmm.
that it's very rare to find. That was my ex. That was the greatest thing about our relationship is we had a language and a connection that we had created ourselves of like inside jokes and understanding each other's like when to not speak to each other, when to speak to each other, when to leave a party early, when not to leave a party early without speaking. It was like we had this like a hive mind, and that's, to me, that's when I know it's like, oh, I like how you and I are. You knew I was going to bring up Sean before I even had to say it.
Yeah.
And yes, that takes years to develop, but that's what I'm talking about. It's like to be loved is to be seen and understood. And I'm looking for someone to truly see me. And it's hard for people to do that because I am so probing and I am so like, for instance, I went on a couple dates with a girl like a couple weeks ago where I just noticed based on her language, she kept saying the same kind of things over and over again. And I was like, hey, I've kind of noticed that you have this this need to be perfect all the time. Like where does that come from? Because, you know, we're not perfect people. And she was kind of like,
Ooh, you just called her out, man.
But she was like,
can't do that.
She's like, oh, I don't like that. You like see me too much. I was like, I'm sorry, but like that's what I'm looking for. I'm ready to be seen, and I want you to know that I see you.
For all your faults,
okay.
For all your faults and your perfections.
It's easy to love somebody for their good parts. Show me your bad parts, because if I can love your bad parts, I actually love you.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Show me your darkness. Our shadows need to be able to play together, and if they can't,
ooh, that's a good line. Our shadows need to be able to play together. That is a good line.
It's like Peter Pan. You know, he's always like running from his shadow. You know.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because Peter Pan, if you think about it, is all about being like the refusal to grow up. And that shadow.
It could be too the place that you're looking, because you're in LA right now, and LA breeds a certain kind of individual.
It really does, and I think about that sometimes. I'm like, there's 10 million people in this city.
I bet you could find someone really quickly because in LA, I imagine LA dating or New York dating, like, you know, because the tier of people is elevated.
It is,
you know, and so especially in LA or New York, you know, the type of people looking for people is like, you know, like up here, as opposed to like if you go to fucking Arizona. Like,
I know.
Do you have a job?
Yeah, no, for real.
I do have a job. You want to get married? All right.
All right. No, that's a really good point. And what's unfortunate is I am attracted to a certain type of woman here, or I guess that has access to those upper tiers, which is funny to think because I am of that upper tier, but there is an upper tier of men or whatever, and money is the separator. It's always the separator. But what's funny is every single person is still just a little kid who grew up, and like when I see you as just like, you're just this person. Like, you're attractive, I'm attractive. Why are we worrying about all these like inconsequential little bullshit things, like
little idiosyncrasies?
Yeah, dude, you can only go to Nobu so many times before it's like it's not exciting anymore. So it's like, what next? Like, we can't. I'm not gonna put you on a yacht. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not a yacht guy. I can't afford that. That's not the life I want to live. But my thing is with these women, and this is a harsh truth, and I'm sorry, but this is how life is.
Hey, this is Festivus. Hey, it's Festivus.
Yeah.
I've got a whole lot of problems with you people.
I'm sorry, dude, but like genetically and what happens with women's bodies is different than what happens with me. I'm in a stage of my life right now in my 40s that I have more options now than I've ever had in my life. I can date a 27, 28-year-old, and I could also date like a 50-year-old. I'm right in the middle. I have tons of options.
I think that's where you need to go, is the retirement communities where we were at
Woo!
in Vegas. I think.
Come on, baby.
You know, hey, you know, get some of that inheritance, if you will.
Right. But unfortunately, what I'm getting at, unfortunately, women have a shorter window when it comes to like, if they want to have children, they have a shorter window. They don't have as many options the older they get, and I didn't create that. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. So it makes me sad when I see these women who I meet that are they're like unbelievably gorgeous. They're stunning people. They're nice, they're kind, they're successful, but they're worried about the most mundane, stupid bullshit, and they're wasting their time because they're gonna wake up if they don't if they don't really value what life is really about, which is creating like meaningful relationships with people and experiencing the world and having a connection and building a life with someone, if they're concerned about what new sushi restaurant guy's gonna take them to, what car he drives, does he have this watch or not, that shit doesn't fucking matter, because that is, again, it's gonna get boring after a while, and you're gonna go from the next guy to the next guy, and you're gonna realize one day, I'm now older, I don't have many options, and I'm not as desired anymore, and I wasted my life. It's really sad. It's hard to watch.
Yeah, I think what you're describing though is like I think that's what the issue is. I think it's the place of where you're at right now.
I know, but what am I supposed to do, dude?
I mean, you could try like going out of the state. Try that.
Maybe, or in a different spot because like, all right, I live in Glendale,
because like let's say you start, you go outside of your state, like outside of California, maybe. Because I'm pretty sure, have you upgraded it to Vegas at the very least?
What am I supposed to do? Hey, we match. We should go on a date. Or you're in Vegas? Cool. I'll see you in 4 hours. Dude,
it's a 4-hour drive.
That's a big commitment to go meet somebody for a date.
Dude, hey, what
we would have to talk for a while.
You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing problems and not solutions. That's what I'm hearing.
You know what? You're right. That's it. I'm getting in my car. Oh, well, if that's the case, then why don't I just go date someone in Paris,
Hey, look, man, hey, pale blue dot.
Don't you fucking dare try to turn that on me, because you're so right. That's it. I'm going to Japan next year. That's where she is.
300 million people out here, man. There's 300 million people, and you're in this little tiny little patch of sand that you're looking. I think I really do think that you need to expand your search a little bit, because you are in a part of town, like a part of the United States in which there's certain things that people focus on that could be viewed as not important. Like it's really like who like even in Nashville.
Yeah.
Like there's a certain level of that sort of LA attitude here, but
in certain
largely people are mostly down to earth here in Nashville. And that's why Nashville has become one of the more sought after places to live, is because people largely are still very much down to earth and don't give a shit about the newest restaurant that's opened up or whatever.
I know. It's impossible for me to think that 10 million people here. I know that there is a woman sitting on her couch right now. It's Sunday. She's alone. She's probably like scrolling on TikTok or watching a show, or maybe she's going to brunch with friends. And I guarantee you there's a conversation right now where she's going, I just want like a simple dude. Where are the simple dudes in LA? You know what I mean? Just like how I have those conversations, like, I just want like a simple down to earth girl. Where are this? We're out there, but like, where do these people congregate?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think people say that. People say, where's the simple person? But then they get into a situation where now they're having a conversation. Now they're like kind of trying, where's the vibe? And if I'm not vibing right, then like, no, I'm not feeling it. And it's like a lot of times it's a feeling. And like,
it is.
I think we think so much of our feelings that we feel like our feelings dictate the truth, when in fact, it not necessarily dictating the truth at all. It's just dictating the chemicals in your brain, dealing with, past traumas or something else it's not the truth. It's not reality. It's just how you're feeling in that moment. You're like, you're not feeling the vibe, but like maybe the vibe is a lie. Like, yeah.
And maybe if you met on a different day, the vibe would be different based on the type of day
if you had better sleep the night prior, if you had, I don't know, if you had a better workout that morning, like, and your endorphins would be in a better spot. Like, there's all these other factors when it comes to human communication that I feel like we're looking for perfection when perfection is impossible.
Oh, it doesn't exist.
It does not exist.
But there is like some like no-go, non-negotiables that I'm like, okay, as long as you hit these base things, I'm pretty okay.
Don't you have a list?
I had a list, and I've recently reread that, and I was like, "Yo, hey man, relax, because it was too like specific. Let me just say it here, and it's real simple. Number one, I need to find you attractive. Duh. I'm not going to date you if I can't look at you. Sorry. I'm sorry. And vice versa. You shouldn't date me if like the side of me makes you go, oh. That's just facts. Okay? I'm not dating any 4s. Okay?
Dude.
What?
I just thought of, you know what? I'm going to download that Replit Agent app because I just thought of the best app. It's a terrible app. It's an awful app, but it's an app that I feel like would be successful, and we could do this together.
Yeah.
We should make an app for all of the 4s of the world.
Oh my God. 4 and below. Dude, hey, they need love too.
I'm serious, dude, because you know there are people out there like, man, like I know I'm not doing it, and I don't. But there's people that I envy.
Mm-hmm.
I envy those people that just don't give a shit about how they look,
Yeah.
and they're just, and that makes them have a personality. Comedians are like this. That's what makes a perfect comedian, because they've just been through the ringer, and at this point they just don't give 2 shits about how they look, and it all comes out in their personality. But their look is a 4. Let's just,
Should we call the app All 4 Love with the number 4? And it's like, are you a 4 or below? This is your dating app. We're uggos.
And just get a person that's your 4, man.
Dude, hey, someone's 4 could be someone's 10.
Exactly. So the whole app is based on how you feel, but other people who perceive you, like, you're not a 4, you're an 8, or, you're a 10, or, I like a chunky guy, or I like a chunky woman.
Baby, come on.
Like, I like rolls.
You know what I think a feature a dating app should do? If you match with someone, right, it shuts down all other options for you to search on that app until you have it. You forces you to have a conversation with this person and decide if you like this person and you want to go on a date. And if you don't, you unmatch, and then it reopens your ability to match with someone else. Because I swear to God, some of these women treat us, they treat us like, maybe I shouldn't say women. I bet there's men and women on these apps. They're just collecting people like sports cards. Like, look at this person, and then this person, look at their stats. But they don't talk to anyone. It's literally just like a dopamine, like, yeah, I'm worthy. Look how many people want me. But they don't make any move. I think if you get on this app and you match with someone, you have to have a conversation. And if you don't, you cannot use the app until you do.
I'm sure there's a countless dating apps now. Sure. I'm sure there's a dating app that does that.
There should be one based on things that you hate. Because there's
I feel like we've had this conversation. You should have a dating app based on the things that
you can't stand, dude.
And then
like, for instance,
you can bond over the things that you hate together.
Yeah, like if you don't put your shopping cart away, I will literally, I'll set you on fire. I don't ever want to date you. Because that tells me, hey, you're a lazy, shitty, unaware person. You think that's someone else's thing to deal with. I don't want to be with you. But someone who also hates that lets me know that, oh, you're an aware, thoughtful person. That's nice.
Yeah. Maybe that could go down. That could get dark really quick, though, if you're like focused on the things that you hate. Because what if the things that you hate are are more of the racial category?
Then you're gonna find someone who matches you. You guys can go live your racist dreams together. That's fine. There's someone for everyone. Do you hate blacks as much as I do? Well, goddamn it, let's get married. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, more power to you. I'm glad you found your life together. Go live in a trailer and do your thing.
Like, I think you have to have some boundaries. Like, I think you gotta have like that. You can have that app if like someone doesn't like dogs. Like, because like that could be a deal breaker for a lot of people. If you're a person that doesn't like dogs.
Yeah, find the nearest bridge. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean you don't like dogs?
Hey, hey, would that be a deal breaker for you? If she was perfect in every other way, but does not like Margot.
100%. I went on a date with a girl, and it was a one single date, and she mentioned, she's like, yeah, I just don't think like dogs should sleep on the bed because like they're like, I just don't want their hair all over me. I was like, oh, you
get out of here. You get the fuck out of here.
I was like, I had a really good time with you, but I just think we were looking for different things. That's what I told her. Hey, a dog's life is so short, and you are their entire life. They're just a portion of yours. Just love them. Let them do what they like. Yeah.
Well, that's just a person who's never grown up with a dog, or at least didn't have good relationships with dogs growing up.
Then we're not a match, because I have, and that's two different, like, but that's like a moral thing.
But yeah. But here comes the point. It's like, does that really matter in the grand scheme of things? I think it does. But
no,
like,
it does.
if we're looking at it, if we're looking at a practical, logical level, if that's the one thing,
yeah.
If everything else lined up perfectly.
But then that's what I'm saying, is it wouldn't be perfect if that's like I can overlook other things, but that's like a core of who you are. Like if you can't feel love like that, I don't know.
Fair.
To me, that's along the same lines of like, oh, I don't want a child. I'm like, oh, well, then this is like, we can't even talk, because that's what I do want. That's a non-negotiable for me. If you don't love dogs, then I'm so sorry. Best of luck. Best of luck to you.
So what's the solution, Kyle? What's the solution
to this?
Yeah.
The solution is I am going to continue to live my life and do the things that I enjoy.
And maybe you should expand your search parameters to somewhere that's not California.
But also part of me just is I've been kind of experimenting with just like talking to people in real life.
Oh,
and not really
do it the
caring,
old school way.
Yeah, and not really caring if it makes them uncomfortable or not, because I that's another thing about me. I'm really good at like reading people in situations. I can tell if someone doesn't want to talk to me or they're uncomfortable, so then I'll just end it. But you can tell if someone's into you and wants to talk to you, and you don't have to be a creep about it. You can just compliment their shoes. Like, oh, these are cool. Like, oh yeah, those are awesome. Where'd you get those? Oh, awesome. And then you just start from there. You don't have to be like, I cannot stop staring at you. I've been here for 30 minutes, and you are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
One of my favorite pastimes is going. Do you follow Penguin Z0 at all? He's on YouTube. He's like a big YouTuber. He's been a YouTuber forever, but he goes through the crazy wild internet stories and breaks them down and everything. And my favorite breakdowns from him is just ultra creeps that don't know how to speak to women. Like, it just don't know when to stop. They don't know when to just throw in the towel, man.
Get in and get out. Get in and get out. Just be like, hey, dude, what's up? I gotta go.
All right, well, let's end on this, because this is funny. I gotta find it first, so give me a second.
Well, you better hurry up, because I gotta leave soon. Okay. I'm busy. I'm gonna go roast in a sauna.
Oh, nice.
Doesn't give a shit. Oh, nice.
Oh, yes. The voice message. Here we go. This is it. All right.
I'm scared, dude. A voice message? Dude, men are so creepy.
Dude, I love Penguin Z0 stuff. Hang on. I got to share it. Hang on. We're sharing it here. Hang on. Screen. Please don't be like this guy. All right, here we go. Good old Penguin Z0. Okay, no thanks.
Dude, nobody wants YouTube Premium. Nobody wants YouTube Premium.
Because you might just puke upon seeing and listening to this unbelievable, embarrassing cringe. This is the worst flirting, the worst attempt at wooing a potential romantic interest I have ever seen. This is like playing a visual novel and then scaring away all of your potential love interests at once and getting the worst ending. And I'd like to give a bit of context here to the situation before we really dive into the meatballs from our spaghetti entree of cringe. A user on Twitter posted screenshots as well as videos from a random guy who had reached out to her on Facebook because he had seen her on a dating app. The two didn't even match. And I guess he must have assumed that it was some kind of glitch because they were destined to be lovers. It was fate
Oops.
that was pulling them together, but unfortunately, technology had a malfunction. So he took matters into his own hands, tracked her down on Facebook, of which she had no connection to the dating app. She didn't connect any of her socials to the dating app. So he did some super sleuthing to find her on Facebook and reach out to her there to try and win her heart. And let's see how that went. Kelsey! I love that intro right there. It's straight out of Scary Movie, like that old commercial. What's up?
Yeah.
He's coming at her like they're best friends from way back in the day. He then executes Order 66 and kills all potential for romance. He goes, I mean, okay, shit. Mayhaps that was a tad overly enthusiastic for a stranger danger message on a sunny Friday morning. There is so much quirk to the way that he texts that I'm getting uncomfortable. I can say with a high level of confidence that he is definitely in some kind of theater troupe because he is
For sure.
typing like
Loves
he's
anime.
acting out some kind of skit for a play.
Dude, if I'm reading this text line, I'm like, dude. Oh, okay, first of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 bubbles. You're you gotta wait for a response, dude. You cannot do this.
No, you gotta chill.
You gotta chill. And then you're talking as if, in the message, you're talking as if like you're talking as if you're talking through text. Like that is just but this isn't the worst part. I think I'll skip ahead since you gotta go.
Skip ahead because I gotta go.
Dude, he leaves voice messages and they're just this poor guy. I mean, because I feel for him. I do feel for him.
Sure.
Here we go.
He's me, except I stopped myself from doing this.
Here we go.
And he gives a brief laughing directly at you for this, and I appreciate that you recognize what an unbelievably weird thing it is to do.
Here it is.
I don't know why you keep
That's
doing
where the
it.
spike is.
Hey, Kelsey, how's it going? Don't mind me. I fucking hate texting. I think we're all better without it, so I usually use one of these when I can. Also, I don't know if you've ever seen that Key and Peele skit, but that's how I feel about texting. I could go on. Anyway, I just want you to know right off the bat, I fully accept how fucking weird this is. I'm sorry, but like I said, I think if you give me a second, you'll probably end up laughing. And not that you need my permission, but feel free to just laugh directly at me for being a fucking idiot, for I am surely about to embarrass myself right now.
I do appreciate your stamp of approval. I and everyone else will be laughing directly at you for this. And I appreciate that you recognize what an unbelievably weird thing it is to do. I don't know why you keep doing it. This is the first of many voice messages he sends, even after recognizing this immutable fact that it is weird and embarrassing.
And sorry for the delay. I was going to get back to you, but someone called about a gig tomorrow and I'm trying to help them find a musician. Also, I'm not sure if I'm fucking funny anymore. I just spent 60 minutes, like I said, playing guitar and singing to a room full of senior citizens, but the room was stuffy and hot. I had to do it with a surgical mask on, and I'm not sure if I have any funny or social energy left, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try and fake it right now. So thank you for your understanding and patience, and here goes nothing. I'm a fucking idiot. Enjoy.
Hey, man, this is AI. Is that AI? Is that Chat GPT? He's typing in these prompts, and it's just saying that because he sounds like AI.
This happened 2 years ago, so this is before Chat GPT was
like AI.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
like
so sorry here.
But no, that's just a snippet. He goes on and sends like all these messages with no other prompting. Just like, dude, she hasn't even had room to respond to you. Like,
dude, call the police and inspect his house. There are bodies in the walls. That's crazy, dude.
Dude, the whole video is wild.
That's my biggest fear, is that I do something that I'm the topic at brunch with the girlies. Like, look at this fucking guy. Can you believe this? That's my biggest fear. So I'm very like, I'll send you a text. If I don't hear from you, never see you again.
That's normal.
Bye.
That is it's surprising to me that no one has like told him like the normal dating parlance, like how delicate it is, this sort of line of communication of like, you don't want to scare her because you're a man.
Too late.
And so you do not want to act like a crazy person. You don't want to act violent. You don't want to act like you're out of your fucking mind. You don't want to act overly intelligent, which this guy is super intelligent too. Like he's very like he's trying so close to be self-aware, but he's overly self-aware.
That he's coming off like insane.
Yeah. And it could be nerves. And so like at the same time, as a man, totally get it, because like you want to shoot your shot, and there's so many instances like the dude from Your Mom's House podcast, what's his name? The worst offender of them all, Julia.
Oh yeah. Good morning, Julia.
Good morning, Julia. Hope this doesn't scare you.
Scare you. Just want to let you know seeing you was the greatest moment of my entire life.
Dude, the best.
Don't get back with your ex-boyfriend. That's in the past.
I know. I've been there.
I've been there. I love it when he gives the tour of the house. He's like, I built all this. All of it. Everything
the crown
you see
molding.
Here, the crown molding. If you would give me a chance, I'll love you.
He's got like 7 fans going.
I know. I'll love you like you've never been loved before. Oh. Okay.
Like I don't know what it is that these star-crossed lovers, or star-crossed lovers, or these guys who are like, again, I know you want to shoot your shot, dude. And like there are these movies out there that teach us men that like if you say the right words, you can get into her heart.
Well, not Julia's.
Or this girl, Kelsey.
Yeah. But you know what? And I'll leave it with this. Anyone that feels like, yeah, I'm that guy. Just remember, though, you cannot say or do the wrong thing to the right person. There's someone out there that if they're for you, they're going to be for you. And it's okay. Like,
they'll be your biggest fan.
They will. There's some girl out there that would love this and be like, wow, this guy's so quirky. Like, oh my God, he works with the elderly. Like, this is cute. Like, he's really trying. But that's very rare.
Yeah.
You never know. So keep it up. Keep being a creep. Makes my life easier.
I had to show you that since we're on the subject of dating.
Well, anyways, I'm going to go speed to my appointment now because you've taken forever.
I'm sorry. All right. That's it. Like, subscribe, follow, do all the
things.
stuff. All right.
Goodbye.